Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to a new week. So in the last week, due to some time conflicts with my schedules, and we're gonna have one class on Monday, right? And this week we plan to move to a new section on the query processing for you. And we plan to talk about this detailed information for processing queries in database systems. And we will cover some specific topics on both logical, physical operators, cost parameters, as well as sorting, and some algorithms for one pass or two pass to process the queries in database tables. So we'll cover this detailed information in this section for you, and so you will be able to do the homework one we have released already. In the last week, I received email from students that say that some question in the homework one, probably you need to follow the lectures on the query processing first, so you will be able to do the question in the homework one. So also in the last week, we have a project for stage 3 of the project due already. I think everyone have submitted the reports on time before. And also a reminder, by this Friday, we have the report for the paper 4, the summary report for paper 4 to be due by this Friday. And so please also remember the deadline. And for the homework 1, I think after we finish the query processing in the new section, and you should be able to do them by yourself. Also, you can check the text box in advance, for the new section, so you can know the materials to be covered for the query processing in advance. Alright, so this is scheduled for this week. We will move to the new section on the query processing. Okay, so for the query processing section, we focus on introduce how the system actually process queries in database systems. Before we have covered some section on both relational algebra as well as SQL sections, right? And we can write some queries in both relational algebra this language as well as SQL to in this commercial language to operate with database systems as well as with relations, right? However, then the question will be how the system really handle this queries. It is still an open question for you probably, right? And in this section we plan to illustrate how the system really process the queries inputs and then return the results to the queries. So we show the detailed information for you. And before we move forward, you can also go over the materials we have covered before on both relational algebra as well as SQL by yourself first. So you can refresh your mind again to have this basic knowledge as well as background, so you can follow the materials to be covered in this section. Okay, so before we move to the detailed information, then we still need to provide you with a motivation why we have to start this section. So in this section, we will illustrate many different information for different people, right? Like when we are using the SQL as end user, then this section actually is also prepared for you. It will help you to implement some SQL queries in an efficient way, and so it can operate in database systems and also return results in a very fast manner. So the efficiency of query answering and processing is very important. And in this section, we illustrate how the system processes queries, and then we can able to know how to implement the queries in a more efficient way. Also, if you are working as a DBA, the database administrator, then this section can illustrate for you how to tune your database system in order to have better performance. Because when you are running a database system, then you need to ensure your database system is running very smoothly and also answer queries in a very fast manner, right? You need to ensure your system have very good performance. So it is very important, and this section can illustrate for the DBAs to tune the database systems. Also, this section can provide some must-know knowledge if you want to get a job in the future in both like database components like Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, as well as IBM DB2 and Google and Accenture. It can provide you with some necessary knowledge to deal with database systems, and you need to use them in the future when you are working for some companies, right? It is some must-know knowledge, and you need to handle them. Okay, so this is the motivation why we have to start this section. Besides this, we also have an outline for this section. What are the topics to be covered in the section? So in the very beginning, we will cover the logical as well as physical operators. I think we have covered this already, right? In the relational algebra as well as SQL sections. We have introduced some basic operators already. For example, the union, the intersection, as well as the selection, the projection, and the renaming, and etc. Right? Also, we do the joins, right? Joins between two tables, two relations, so we can have a more comprehensive information for some entities and records. So in this section, we will cover more detailed information about this logical as well as physical operators for dealing with relations as well as database systems. Besides this, we will also cover how to tune the system as well as mention how to measure the cost parameters as well as how to do the sortings in database system for processing queries. And then we will introduce some algorithm for processing queries. The first one is called one-pass algorithm, and then the second one is called two-pass algorithm. Between them, we also introduce this nested loop joins. It is very important for joining two tables in database systems for processing queries. So this is a general plan for this section, and we will mention these topics one by one in the following slides. Alright, so that's the plan for this week, and let's move to the detailed information for this section.